With over 4,500 exhibitors at the Consumer Electronics Show this year, innovations of all kinds were on display. Which ones stood out most? It's a great question. And joining me now to help answer this and more is Shelly Palmer, CEO of the Palmer Group. Shelly, it's great to have you on the show this morning, and I'm sure you had a phenomenal time at CES. What were your biggest takeaways from this year's event?
Well, you could smell the paint drying on the letters AI on every single exhibit. It just seems like everybody had something AI, AI-powered toothpicks, AI-powered paper clips. All kidding aside, it truly was the AI show. It was AI everywhere, all the time. You couldn't escape it. Samsung's vision for AI was fairly interesting because they have been incorporating artificial intelligence into all of their products for years and years and years. Standout products for me. The Samsung Frame Pro. It's the successor product to their Frame TV. It's a subscription service. You can get master artwork from the great masters, I should say, to put on your television. But the problem up to now has been the TV itself wasn't that great. They've remedied that by making this an extraordinary television and a really nice picture frame, and it comes in a bunch of big sizes. So a good addition to every living room. Probably the standout at the show was from Kieran. It's a spoon that makes bland food taste salty. And just the spoon, so you could have like plain rice, but it would taste salty. It does that by slightly electroshocking your tongue. I thought I would end up being, like lobotomized by this, but no, it's actually quite pleasant, and it actually works, which is amazing. I wasn't expecting it to work as well as it did. Robots were big too. Let's see, what do we have in robots? A lot of companion robots. As you know, there is an epidemic of loneliness around the United States right now that's actually worldwide, and it's pretty devastating. One of the ways that the consumer technology groups are working to solve this is with robotic companionship. Now, we've seen synthetic companionship with AI in software like Character AI and other models and apps that sit on top of large language models. But here, they've incorporated these tools into some mechanical robots, and they come in two flavors: plush and hard-cased. Apparently, Asian children are very happy to have hard-cased robots, and they will cuddle them and play with them, but American children will not. So for them, they've made fuzzy toys like Tombot's Jenny, which is a little tiny plush puppy, kind of fun. And I think they're all interesting. Whether or not they will take off or not, no one knows. But there were dozens and dozens of small robots for companionship. And then there were a couple of like R2-D2 clones. They don't quite look like R2-D2, some modular, and others were just literally able to, they looked like robots, like Roomba robots with stands on them, so they would be able to carry a tray of glasses, bring you your drink from the bar. Some of them had towel racks on them. Other ones had arms and claws to pick up your clothing. It was kind of fascinating. Everyone's got a vision of a robotic future, and they've taken this concept of the electric vacuum cleaner to the next level, and we've got robots that are running around the house autonomously. So it's pretty interesting CES all in.
All in. It sounds like that indeed, Shelly. Robots, robots, robots. I know another major theme was artificial intelligence. How have we seen AI evolve, and how was that showcased at CES?
So realistically, everybody had a vision for the future that was different. So a very interesting CES. Normally at CES, everybody's got a theme. Okay, we're going to have flat screen televisions that are a little bit better, a little bit flatter, a little bit thinner, a little bit better picture, and everyone chases that. But this CES was fascinating in that every major manufacturer, Sony, Samsung, LG, TCL, didn't matter where you went, had a different, interesting vision of an AI-powered future. Fascinating. And so for the first time in years, as you walk the show floor, you were getting to see different engineers and different marketers' ideas of what an AI-powered future might look like. And none of them, I don't think, have it right, but everybody had a point of view, and it was fascinating. As probably most people don't think about it, but AI has been incorporated into consumer technology since the beginning of AI. It's always there, but it only became really popular around November 30th, 2022, when ChatGPT became a public product. After that, everybody got all excited about AI, and people who would ordinarily not care about it started to care about it. So we're starting to see that at CES, and I think Now there'll be two flavors: the behind-the-scenes AI that powers everything and has been, and the new, more obvious consumer interfaces where you can interact, and where the generative AI tools and the large language models and now reasoning engines come to the fore and empower these consumer products to do more goal-oriented things in our lives as opposed to task-oriented.
Shelly Palmer, CEO of the Palmer Group. Shelly, always good to get your take, especially after the Consumer Electronics Show kicked off many events that we'll see this year. Thank you.
My pleasure. Take care.